Okay, so started today again in our usual gentle heart opening stretch. So grab a block, grab a pillow, roll up a blanket, whatever's nearby, and sit on your mat. Lay on top of it, but down this music a little bit. We're just gonna lay gently on top of it so that object falls right in between the shoulder blades. Then we open up our hearts, neck, knees, and here nice and comfortable. So I'll go ahead and get into that. You guys just get to get into it. Find a comfortable position. Your legs can be extended. You can bend the knees. You can find butterfly position with the legs, whatever's comfortable for you today. But again, we're just slowly laying onto that object, allowing your arms to sway out to the sides. Again, you can bend the knees, you can extend the legs, whatever's comfortable. Allow the head to hang heavy. Once you find a comfortable position, let's all take a nice deep inhale, bring arms overhead. Open mouth, exhale, bring arms out to the sides. One more time, just like that. Inhale, arms overhead. And exhale, arms out to the sides. Leave them there. Really allowing that chest to open, that heart to open. Allow yourself to release here. Taking a few more deep breaths, eyes closed. Taking a second to notice any sounds that surround you, any sensations on your skin, any smells, becoming aware of the space that you're in. Lifting the ground beneath you as it supports the weight of your body. And then bringing that attention inwards, beginning to focus on the heartbeat. Focusing on the natural ebb and flow of the breath. Noticing how the belly rises as you inhale and falls as you exhale. But we're still in that gentle heartbeat position here. Eyes are still closed, taking nice deep breaths. And then just spending these last few moments here in this heart opening position. Let's all take a moment to focus on something we're grateful for today. Whatever it was that brought you joy, whatever it was that brought you happiness today, just picturing that in your mind, meditating on that thought. As we invite this energy of gratitude into our hearts today and into our practice. And slowly, when you're ready, you can begin to inhale, bring arms overhead. And then exhale, slowly rolling onto either side, kind of making your way into a fetal position. You can bring these in close to the chest, kind of use your arm as a little pillow over your head. You can place the block or pillow off to the side for now. We'll be using that here in a moment. Just taking a moment here to slowly open up the eyes, really become present on your mat in the space before we begin our practice. And then slowly rolling onto the back. Soles of the feet on the mat, knees are bent. Feet about hip width apart here. And then easily just allowing the knees to fall to the left. And then over to the right. Back and forth, just like that, inviting this gentle movement into our bodies today. And slowly hugging knees in towards the chest, giving them a tight squeeze, rocking side to side. From here, hands on top of the knees, let's just slowly start to make small circles with the knees, allowing them slowly to become bigger and bigger. Just waking up the hips here, warming them up, nice and easy. And then switching directions, again, starting small with those circles, slowly allowing them to become bigger and bigger. And then from here, we're just gonna do some core work today as we begin to warm up our bodies, starting with the core. You can grab that block or pillow, whatever it was you had nearby, or if you don't have an object, feel free to just pretend. So today we can slowly start by lifting up the feet off the mat, so knees are at a 90-degree angle. I want you to really focus on slightly tucking that tailbone, so making that low back flush with the mat here. We're engaging all of those abdominal muscles here. And then just rolling out those ankles, flexing and pointing the toes, spreading the toes nice and wide. Just inviting some brightness into those feet, some energy there. And this might be enough core work for you today. This might be enough heat generating in your abs already, so feel free to stay here if you'd like. If you want to take it up a notch with me today, go ahead and grab that block or pillow. Place it in between the knees here. You can place the arms down to the sides. You can actually place the block in between the calves or the thighs or between the knees, whatever is most comfortable for you. Arms down to the sides, and we're slowly going to extend the legs out as we slowly lower them to the mat as close as you can get. And then exhale, bring the knees back in. We're going to grab the block with our hands. That same thing. Bring arms overhead as we inhale. Exhale, block it between the legs. Inhale, extend the legs. Exhale, bring it in. And we're just going to switch back and forth between the arms and the legs, really focusing on connecting the low back with the mat at all times here. So we're actively pressing low back into the mat through this whole exercise. And we'll probably do 2 more each way. Allowing yourself to really connect with your breath through these movements. So we're inhaling as we extend the legs or extend the arms. And we're exhaling as we bring the arms and legs in towards the center. Let's get 1 more on each. Slowly, with control, with intention. Great job. Here, you can place that block onto the side, keep it close. And then just, again, lower the knees to fall side to side. Good job. From here, we're going to play around with that ab exercise we did during my last class. It's so difficult, so I want to give you guys a chance to kind of practice that again and really challenge yourselves here. So again, we're going to place that block or pillow. You just put it right on top of those feet here. Well, actually, let's just put it on our right foot. We're going to balance it on our right foot as we extend both legs out towards the ceiling. Balance this block right here. And then when you're ready, inhale, slowly lowering down the left leg as low as you can. Inhale, bring it back up. So you balance that block on the left leg. It's a challenging one, guys, so really pushing yourselves, working on balance, working on that core work, control. We're going to get 2 more on this leg. Job. Great job. So when you're ready, slowly switching that block over to the left foot, extending both feet up to the ceiling, hands come down for support here. And then when you're ready, inhale, slowly lowering the right leg as low as you can. Exhale, bring it up. Working with the breath here again. If you don't have an object, just pretending you're balancing that block on your foot today. Really focusing on controlling those movements. Really working those abdominal muscles. Again, 2 more. Right here. Nice and easy. When you're ready, you can slowly bring those feet in towards the chest, or knees in towards the chest. Place the block off to the side, rock side to side. Should be feeling a little bit warm now, getting that blood flowing. So when you're ready, you can begin to rock forward and back. Getting a few spinal rocks in here. And slowly rolling onto the hands and knees. Making your way into a neutral tabletop position. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, feet back apart. Taking a moment here to notice the hands, spreading out the fingertips nice and wide, gripping them out with them. Send the weight to the middle of those palms. Softening the elbows. And then working through some cat and cows with your breath here as we inhale, drop the belly, looking up towards the ceiling. Pressing shoulders away from the ears, moving cow. And then exhale brings you to cat as we slowly push into the earth, rounding out the shoulder blades, engaging the core, looking down towards the knees. Inhale back to cow. And exhale to cat. Inhale to cow. And exhale to cat. Yeah. We're going to work through a few more of those, just moving with your own breath, going at your own pace if you want to close the eyes. Move the hips side to side, maybe do some full neck rolls, whatever your body needs today. And when you're ready, lean back in this neutral tabletop position. Let's add some spine mobility here. As we center our left hand, here. Inhale, right arm comes up and over, gaze elbows. Doing this nice thoracic spinal twist in here. Exhale, thread the needle, thread the right arm underneath the left, shoulder finds the mat. We're going to work that a few more times. So pressing into the left hand as we lift up the chest. And the right arm gaze follows. Exhale, thread it through. Time just like that. Inhale, press into the hand. So you lift and twist, and exhale, bring it back down. Awesome job, guys. When you're ready, again, pressing into that right hand, lift one last time. And slowly floating right hand back down to the mat, switching it out, centering the right hand, inhaling, left arm comes up and over. Exhale, thread that left arm underneath the right as we left shoulder finds the mat. Inhale, press into the right hand, lift and twist. Exhale, thread the needle. Inhale, lift and twist. And exhale, bring it down. Nice job. One last time, lifting up the chest. Arm the head and slowly floating left hand back down to the mat. Nice job. And then from here, slowly tucking those toes under, pressing heels toward, or the right heel towards the back of the mat, and press into the heel as we find a gentle calf stretch here. Slowly bringing it back in. Right knee meets the left, switch it out. Sliding those toes to the back of the mat as we press into the left heel, find that gentle calf stretch. Slowly waking up our bodies here. Bring that left knee back in to meet the right neutral tabletop position. I'm going to challenge you guys here just a little bit. So we're tucking both toes under again. We're going to lift the knees again into this active tabletop position. You guys know I like this pose. So we're really working from the core as we lift the knees. So pulling belly button in towards the spine as we engage the core. And here's your challenge for today, guys. Slowly again, sliding those right toes towards the back of the mat, keeping that left knee lifted. You can keep the toes on the mat, or you can try to lift up that right leg. Nice job. Slowly bring it back in. Opposite side, slowly sliding those left toes back. Option to lift. And bring it back in. And then option to skip the slide, and then just alternate lifting up right leg and left leg as we engage the core continuously here. Nice job. Let's get one more. Nice job. And let those knees find the mat. Bringing them nice and wide, fingertips to touch. Bring the hips towards the heels as we find child's pose. Great job. Nice big inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Walking the hands over to the right side of your mat as we press into the left heel. And walking the hands over to the left side of the mat as we press into the right heel. Really finding length in the right side body. And bringing the hands back to center, fingertips to touch behind the back of the head as we find a gentle tricep stretch. And slowly, when you're ready, you can make your way back into that neutral tabletop position. Roll up the neck, roll up the wrists, so you're leaning through. And then when you're ready, you can tuck those toes under, begin to lift up the knees again, making your way into that active tabletop position, moving from the core again, pulling that belly button in towards the spine. Hovering here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Again, moving from the core, pulling belly button in towards the spine as we lift up the hips, and then press back into the heels, finding down dog. You can bend the knees one by one, pressing those heels down to meet the mat. Taking a nice big deep inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Inhale, bend the knees generously, look forward. Exhale, slowly walking the feet up with the hands, forward fold bend. Again, nice generous bend in the knees here. Allow the belly to fall heavy over the thighs. Allow the head to hang heavy. You can nod the head yes, shake the head no. Inhale, half lift. Hands can find the shins, the thighs, the hips, or you can find airplane arms here, squeezing shoulder blades together. Exhale, release. Inhale, rolling vertebrae by vertebrae, nice and slow. All the way up to standing, stepping to the back of the mat. Finding Tadasana Mountain Pose, standing pose here. So feet about hip width apart here. Spreading those toes nice and wide, gripping the mat with them. Sending the weight to the middle of the arches. Softening the knees. Engaging the core again, slide tuck at the tailbone. Rolling shoulders down and back. You can bring arms up to the sides, or you can find hands to heart center. Close the eyes here for a moment. Let's just take a second to feel grounded. Big breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. And just imagining these roots coming from the bottoms of your feet, rooting deeply into the earth. And then growing all the way up the legs, spine, and out to the crown of the head. Feeling grounded here, feeling tall, feeling capable, grateful. When you're ready, you can open up the eyes, inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold bend, hinging at the hips here, leading with the chest. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, walk the hands out, high plank. Option 2, take it up to the knees, as always. Inhale, high plank, exhale to low plank, keeping those elbows tucked in close into the sides. You can bring it all the way down to the belly. And then inhale, baby cobra for this first chaturanga. Keeping those elbows bent, squeezing shoulder blades together, nice open hearts, moving up towards the ceiling. Exhale, making my way back to down dog. So always comfortable. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roots rise, arms above head. Exhale, hands to heart center, Tadasana Mountain Pose. Again, finding strength here, feeling grounded before I move into that same flow. We're gonna work through that 2 more times. Working with the breath, really allowing that an inhale or an exhale to really guide you through each movement. So again, starting Tadasana Mountain Pose, you can take a step back, if you need to. Feeling grounded, and when you're ready, you can begin to inhale as you take arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, walk the hands out, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, baby cobra. Option to make your way to full cobra this time. Arms extended. Or up dog, arms extended, thighs lifted off the mat. Pressing shoulders away from the ears. Nice open hearts. One big inhale. And then exhale. Keeping those toes under, swing the hips back, down dog. Nice job. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach, rise, arms above head. Exhale, hands to heart center to dust, mountain pose. One more flow, just like that. Step to the back of your mat if you need to. Feel grounded. And when you're ready, inhale, arms above head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, walk the hands out, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, baby cobra, full cobra, or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach to rise, arms above head. Exhale, hands to heart center, Tadasana, mountain pose. All right, guys, we're gonna kick it up a notch, challenge you guys a little bit, get the heart rate flowing just a little bit more, now that we're more warmed up. So when you're ready, we're gonna go through those similar motions, just adding a few poses here and there. When you're ready, arms above head, nice big inhale, and then exhale to chair pose. So something like to the back of the heels here, like you're sitting in a chair. Be mindful of that natural arch we have in the low back. Slightly tuck the tailbones so we're engaged with the core here. Release the shoulders from the ears. You can bring hands to heart center if it's a little bit much on your shoulders. Just warming up the thighs a little bit, warming up those legs. Nice big inhale. Let's extend the arms out in front of you as you sink a little bit deeper. And on your next exhale, you can melt belly over thighs, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, walk the hands out to a high plank. We're going to start to get a little flow here. So we're going to start with this high plank. Okay, we're going to do a push-up here. Again, you can always look it down to the knees. So whenever you're in, keeping those elbows close to the side, we do a full body push-up. And then from here, we're going to bring those feet up towards the hands as we hop. And then we're going to make our way into boat pose. That plank. That's a hard transition. I'll give you guys a second to get there. We're holding boat pose for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, we're going to do a spinal rock. So rolling onto the back, and then bringing it all the way to the front. We're going to hop back into a plank pose. So we're doing a spinal rock here, finding the mat as we hop back to a plank. Again, you can always take it down to the knees. We're gonna go through that a few times, okay? So we'll do that a few more times. That same little flow. Starting with high plank to low plank, to push up, hopping feet towards the hands as we plank both, to the hips. We'll do this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Doing one spinal rock, and then hopping back into a plank. Push up. Nice job. Feet come back up, but holding this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Spinal rock, find plank. Push up, find boat. Now we have our rhythm here. We'll do it one more time. Holding this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Spinal rock. Straight into that plank. Push up. Look pose. One last time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Spine butterfly position. That was a tough little flow, so let's give ourselves a break here. Soles of the feet find each other, kind of opening up like you're reading a book. You can allow the knees to just splay out to the sides, nice and heavy. And then you can begin to bring the chest over those feet, doing a little bit of a deeper stretch. Nice, those hips. I got my heart rate up for sure, so I hope you guys enjoyed that little flow. You guys up, challenge you as always. Here you can lift up that chest. We're going to again make our way back into a tabletop and then work our way back into a down dog. So putting those toes under, lifting up the knees, and working from the belly, pressing into the heels, down dog. Now just keep one by one. You're ready, centering the left foot, inhaling right leg up and back as we find down dog split. Trying to keep those hips in line with each other, that foot is flat so those toes are facing down towards the mat here. Nice big inhale as we find length. And then exhale as we find plank as we bring the knee in towards the nose and hold. And then gently bringing that foot in between the hands, runner's lunge left side. When you're ready, we're going to make our way into warrior one. So swiveling those onto those left toes. And we can bring the heel all the way down to the mat. So the back foot is at a 45-degree angle up towards the side here. Your front foot is facing towards the front of your mat. Nice deep bend in the front leg. And we're slowly just going to lift up the chest, lifting up the arms above the head, finding warrior two. So again, you can adjust this back leg if you need to. We want to make sure those hips are square, they're facing the front of the mat. Nice deep bend here. Arms overhead. And then exhale, arms up to the sides, or find cactus arms. Squeeze each of the legs together, opening up our hearts. Look out towards the ceiling. Nice job. Inhale, arms up. And then exhale, opening up into warrior two. So now the back foot is facing towards the side of the mat. The alignment here should be the front heel should be in line with the arch of the back foot. So it'll take a second to get adjusted. Keeping a nice deep bend in that front leg. Arms up to the sides, gaze above the right fingertips. From here, inhaling, arms reach forward. And then exhale, up and over. You can bring the back arm to the thigh, to the calf, and be wrapped around behind you and aligned. Your way into reverse warrior. Inhaling, warrior two. And then exhaling, you can straighten out that front leg, angle the toes. So they're facing the corners of your mat here. You can heel to them a little bit closer if you need to. And then from here, arms up to the sides, hinging at the hips, leading with the chest, wide-legged forward fold bend. Nice job. Allow the head to hang heavy. You can nod the head yes, shake the head no. And then bend one knee, bend the other knee, moving side to side. Saying hello to those thigh muscles here. And then when you're ready, walking those hands over to the right foot, angling both toes so they're facing the front of the mat. And then bend that right knee if you need to. We're just slowly going to find a gentle hamstring stretch here. From here, hands on the mat. Again, bending that front knee as much as you need to. And then that right foot finds the left as we make our way into a down dog. And then switching it out. Setting that right foot, inhale, left leg comes up, down dog split. Again, try to keep those hips in line with each other as we flex those toes, putting down towards the mat. One big inhale, finding length all the way to the crown of the head, out to the heel. And then as you exhale, bring knee in towards the nose, moving into plank. Gently placing that foot in between the hands as we find runner's lunge to the left side. From here, pivoting on those back toes. Back heel finds the mat. Those toes are at a 45-degree angle. Nice deep bend in the front leg. Inhale, chest comes up, Arms come up, warrior one. Great job. From here, again, you can adjust that back foot if you need to. You need to adjust the ankle, the toes, whatever's comfortable. Making sure those hips are nice and even, facing forward, arms overhead. One big inhale here, exhale, cactus arms. So we squeeze our shoulder blades together, open out our hearts. You can find a bind here if you need to, if you'd like. Clasping those hands together. Nice job. When you're ready, inhale, arms come up. And then exhale, opening up into warrior two. Bringing those toes, those back toes to the right side of your mat. I'm going to change positions, so I am facing the camera. But we're in warrior two. Again, checking that alignment with the feet, shoulders over hips, nice strong core. Arms out to the sides, gaze over the left fingertips. When you're ready, inhale, reach forward. Exhale, up and over. Supine reverse warrior. And then inhale, take it back to warrior two. Straightening out that right leg, left leg, excuse me. And then pivoting the toes so they're facing the same direction. You can bring them closer if you need to. We're gonna make our way back into that wide-legged forward fold bend. So hinging at the hips. Slowly allowing the hands to find the mat. Head can hang heavy, nod the head yes, shake the head no. Putting those knees side to side. From here, challenging you guys again just a little bit. Let's try to bring those hips all the way down towards the left heel. This is a great option if you can't quite get that heel flat. It's a little bit uncomfortable. You can always grab a block underneath the hips. Here, we're just opening up the right inner thigh here, finding a little bit of a bind. So left hand comes out here. Inhale, right arm up and over. Option to stay here. Again, if you want to find that bind, you can try to clasp those hands together. The gaze up towards the ceiling. That right foot is flexed, those toes are facing up towards the sky. Good job. When you're ready, you can release, nice and easy. Hands come down to the mat. Switching sides. So taking it on over to the right. Again, grab that block if you need to. It's kind of a balance challenge too. You want to try without the block. The goal is to get that heel all the way to the mat, but it's pretty difficult, so it can take some time to get there. Toes are facing up towards the ceiling again. Hand can find the mat just off to the side of the corner of your mat here. And then inhale, left arm comes up and over. Option to find that bind here if you'd like. Be ready, take it back to center. Wide-legged forward fold bend. And then walking those hands to the left foot, angling the toes so they're facing the front of your mat. Slight bend in that left knee if you need to, nose to knee. Planting both hands to the mat, sending that foot back to the right. Down dog. Great job, guys. Opening up those hips just a little bit more. Let's choose directions here. So opening up those hips just a little bit more again, centering that left foot. Inhale, right leg comes up. Down dog split. Inhale, find length here. Exhale to plank. As we bring knee towards the chest, gently placing the foot in between the hands, runner's lunge. Right side, great job. Slowly bring the back knee down to the mat, flipping back to the center. Inhale, arms come up to find low lunge. Awesome job. From here, if you want to grab a block or pillow, that prop, this is on either side of that foot. Inhale, that left hip comes forward. Exhale, extend the right leg. We find half split. Making your way through this little mini flow here. Again, working with that breath. Inhale, brings hips forward. Exhale, hips come back. When you're ready, meeting in this low lunge here, centering that left hand on the inside of that right foot. Inhale, right arm comes up and over, gaze follows. Gentle thoracic twist. Exhale, flip right hands down to meet the mat. Walking that foot over to the left side and finding half pigeon. So bring those hips down. You should feel a nice stretch in the left hip flexor. If you don't, you can kind of play around with the position of that right foot. So bringing it further out from the hips is going to make this position a little bit harder. Bringing it a little bit closer in is going to make this a little easier. So play around if you need to. When you find that sweet spot, let's all together lift up onto the pads of the fingertips. As we lift up our hearts, lifting up our chest, looking up towards the ceiling, you should feel a really nice stretch through that left hip flexor. And then exhale as we slowly walk the hands up from you. Keep arms extended. This is enough stretch for you today. You can take it all the way down to the elbows. You can extend the arms fully out in front of you. Again, listening to your body here, whatever feels comfortable today. And then just taking a few breaths. And I really challenge you guys to kind of let go here with each exhale. So trying to release just a little bit more. Let gravity do all the work. You're ready, slowly walking the hands underneath the shoulders. Pressing into the hands as we're slowly lifting up the chest, lifting up the head. Nice and slow here. And then when you're ready, rolling onto that right hip, swinging that left leg so it's in front of you. Keeping that right knee bent here. So we're landing in this position. Sole of the right foot is on the inside of the inner thigh, left thigh. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, slowly walking the hands down towards that left foot. Slowly walking the hands back up, making your way to my favorite little heart opener, hip opener. You guys already know this modified wild thing. So when you're ready, right arm comes behind you for support. When you're ready, the left arm comes up and around that left foot. To the right side, and then lifting up onto that right knee, keeping left leg extended as we lift up our hearts, lifting up our hips up towards the ceiling. Bring up and over. And kind of play with the arm position here. Whatever feels good, and then slowly, with control, bring it all the way back down to the mat. Bringing knees into the chest, bringing spinal rocks. And then rolling all the way onto all fours, making your way into the down dog. Bring those back toes under, bring down the knees. You're right all the way back to down dog. And then other side, when you're ready, separate that right foot. Inhale, left leg comes up and back, down dog split. Inhale, find length here. Exhale, knee towards nose, plank, and then gently placing that foot in between the hands, runner's lunge, left side. Making sure that front knee is not going over those toes, it should be just above the knee. Gently placing the back knee to the mat, flipping toes under. And then inhale, arms come up, low lunge. Awesome job, guys. Again, this is a great position to grab that block, pillow, whatever it was, place it on either side, and make your way into that mini flow. So inhale, press the right hip forward, and then exhale, extend the left leg as you find half split. Moving back and forth here. Really listening to the body. These can be tight muscles on a lot of people, so really just being gentle with yourself. Allowing that breath to guide you. When you're ready, meeting back in that low lunge. Right hand on the inside of that left foot. Inhale, left arm comes up and over. Gentle thoracic twist here. And then exhale, slowly flip left hand down to meet the mat. And then slowly scooting that foot over to the right side as we find half pigeon. Again, kind of playing around with that leg position. Whatever's in your practice today. Really listening to the body. Finding that sweet spot, and then when you're ready, we're going to lift up onto the pads of our fingertips. As we open up our hearts here, looking up towards the ceiling. Again, you should feel this nice stretch in the right hip flexor. And slowly melting heart forward as we walk the hands slowly out in front of you. Finding your variation of half pigeon today. And taking a few deep breaths here. When you're ready, slowly bringing those hands underneath the shoulders, pressing into the earth as we slowly lift up our hearts, lift up the heads, and then roll onto that left hip as we swing right leg all the way out in front of you, keeping that left leg bent. Same thing on this side now, so the sole of that left foot is on the right thigh this time. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, melt heart forward, walking the hands out towards that shin, ankle, toe, whatever's in your practice. Slowly bringing it back up, finding that modified wild thing on this side this time. So left hand comes behind you for support here. As we swing that right arm up and around, lifting up the heart, lifting up our hips, reaching towards the back wall. And then slowly coming back down as we bring those hips back to the mat with control. Great job, guys. From here, extending both legs out in front of you, shaking them out if you need to. And then slowly rolling vertebrae by vertebrae with control all the way down to your back. Lift your shoulders from the mat so you can do a full body stretch. So reaching the fingertips as far away from those toes as you possibly can. And then exhale, bring the knees in towards the chest, rocking side to side. Just one more challenge for you guys today. Working the glute muscles a little bit before we end practice. Go ahead and find that block or pillow, prop, whatever it was, or another imaginary block. We're going to work through bridge position today with a little bit of a variation. So bring those heels close to those hips. Knees are about hip width apart here. So first we're just going to do a regular bridge pose. So pressing into the heels, we slowly lift up the hips. Arms down by your sides for support here. Keeping a nice space between the chin and the chest. We don't want to collapse that neck. Deep breaths. You can play around here. You can lift up onto the toes and onto the heels, one by one. And slowly, when you're ready, roll vertebrae, bring those hips back down to the mat, and then allow those knees to fall side to side. All right, from here, here's your little challenge, the bridge pose today. You take that block, place it right in between the thighs here. We're going to do that same bridge pose. All right, so when you're ready, lifting in, pressing into the heels, and then slowly lifting up the hips. So we're squeezing that block in between our thighs here. Option to stay here. Is that enough work for you today? If not, if you want to add a little bit of a challenge, you can try to lift up that left leg, and then slowly bring it back down. Keeping those hips lifted, hips nice and tight. Lifting up the right leg, and bring it back down. Let's try to do 2 more on each side. Again, remember to keep a nice space between the chin and the chest, kind of like holding a nice juicy apple. Great job. 1 more on each side. Feel the burn. Slowly bring that hips back down to the mat. From here, bring those feet about mat width apart, so nice and wide, and then slowly allow those knees to kiss in the middle. Hanging out here for a moment. Taking a nice deep breath. When you're ready, you can hug the knees into the chest, back side to side. Keeping that right knee hugged into the chest as your left leg falls to the mat. Pulling out that right ankle. Use your biceps to bring the right knee to the shoulder. And left hand on that right knee, guiding it over to the left side. Pressing shoulder blades into the mat, extending right arm, gaze follows, supine spinal twist. Ready, slowly bringing that right knee back into the chest. And then switching it out, so hugging that left knee in, then the right leg extend. Bringing that knee towards the left shoulder. Rolling out the left ankle. And right hand on left knee, guiding it to the right side. Pressing shoulder blades into the mat. Left arm extends, gaze follows. You're ready, slowly bringing that left knee back in, hugging the right knee into the knee knit, so hugging both knees one last time, rock side to side. And then when you're ready, extending both legs up to the ceilings, flexing and pointing the toes. This is great for your circulation, so just allowing all of that blood to just become refreshed in the heart. And then slowly, when you're ready, you can have arms down the sides, allowing those feet to flow all the way down to your mat as slow as you can with control. Working those abs one last time today. And once those feet find the mat, you can allow them to slide out to the side, nice and wide. Taking up as much space as you need to on the mat. You can bring the arms nice and wide. Or you can find one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. Close the eyes. Let's all take a nice deep breath in. Exhale with the mouth. Release the jaw. Release the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Release the area between the eyebrows. And just allow yourself to be heavy here. Doing a full body scan, just taking notice of any subtle differences compared to the beginning of class. Again, taking notice of any sounds that surround you, any sensations on your skin, any smells. So bringing that attention inwards, just taking a natural breath. The belly of your rise as you inhale, falls as you exhale. Noticing the heartbeat. And then picturing in your mind again what you're thankful for today. Whatever it was that brought you joy, meditating on that image in your head. Inviting that energy of gratitude into your hearts to the rest of your night. When you're ready, you can bring arms overhead. You can hug knees in towards the chest. And then again, rolling over to either side, making your way to that fetal position. And just taking these last few moments for moments of gratitude, thanking your body for all the hard work it's just done and continues to do each and every day. Thanking yourself for carving out this time for your practice, for your body, for your mind, and for your soul. And then when you're ready, you can slowly use your arms to make your way back into a comfortable seated position. You can move arms down to the sides, allowing your head to fall to the right. And to the left. Doing a full neck roll to the right. And the full neck roll to the left. Bring hands to heart center. Thank you all for allowing me to guide you in your practice today. Hope you have a great rest of your night and a great rest of your week. The divine in me honors the divine in you. Namaste.